Have you? Or do you? I know you do. Well, do you ever feel clever with the words and not wrangled and turns into part of my ancient history? How do you ever know what's for the wind, for this, not for whatever? I guess it's clever than clever for the thinking it could be done. Overthink myself, listen to the mishap. Lateral of you for the overthinking the actions and what I would do for this to be certain what was done. And I don't know, or do I do? Know it you do this, or have you won for this, not just win, but this, if you can, but if you choose. But I'd rather have you than an argument for the debating game, for the something that was done, for this not my fault. And I wish I was never to talk about deep discussions about the fate for this to give you up for the grabbing and debate. Or do you ever feel so exhausted by the day to do, or to just not say anything anymore, any day? Or let the silence be what it was made for the development, for the self-respect, for the hearts to become the December, for the ways of the thought, for the actors to freeze me. Love is how I wish to seize inside. Have you? Or do you? I know you do. Or do you ever feel clever with the words and not wrangled and turns into part of my ancient history? How do you ever know what's for the wind, for this, not for whatever? I guess it's clever than clever for the thinking it could be done. Overthink myself, listen to the mishap. Lateral of you for the overthinking the actions and what I would do for this to be certain what was done. And I don't know, or do I do? Know it you do this, or have you won for this, not just win, but this, if you can, but if you choose. But I'd rather have you than an argument for the debating game, for the something that was done, for this not my fault. And I wish I was never to talk about deep discussions about the fate for this to give you up for the grabbing and the bait. Or do you ever feel so exhausted by the day to do, or to just not say anything anymore, any day? For let the silence be what it was made for the development, for the self-respect, for the hearts to become the December, for the ways of the thought, for the actors to freeze me. Love is how I wish to seize and size me. I'm wrong all of the time, and it's the evil excitement for the dumb enough to think the happy things it is for love just as it is, just exploring the dreams between the light waves. And it withstands that make believe, and it's more exhilarating than believing in your miracles and countless religions. But the sign me up, and I know you do, for I know you feel it too, for the exhausted, the defending of the side for your story, for the frustration that's exhausting as a stream. Tiring and enough of the hate, it being reason, or for you're angry, for you can't stand finding your contradictions in your story. And I refuse to pass judgment anymore except in me, because I trust what you say, and perhaps I'm at fault, and I'm sorry. Your life is like that, for this life, for this she makes you feel alive in the middle. I make people feel for the repulsion, and hold grudges and buy the pride of stupid people, for I am stupid too, for the Lord heaven, the Lord heavens and I don't want to be, Lord in heaven and I don't want to be, and I know you do. You're so exhausted defending your good name, for this your side of the story, for this to always try to admit when I'm wrong, for I always apologize for the good reasonings. Though I know I'd rather overthink and do sometimes for the right thing, for that you blame me, I do too, for that you shouldn't have to defend your name anymore, or yourself anymore. these words. This is the form of release. Cause I know saying these things would be too risky. It could have been different from religious. Could be the significance of the position for the struggling to accept the truth and facing the facts. Once so how it is. And the memory just pristine. I can't find serene. Blooming bloods. And the poetry to hide these words. This is the form of release. I know say these things would be too risky. It could have been different from religious. Could be the significance of the position for the struggling to accept the truth and facing the fact. You want so how it is, and this is how it goes on. You'll be perfect as you are, like a traveler for the perfect in the snow. If you couldn't touch a number, feeling for the standing in front of you. For this to be the judge and nothing outside of that, you can take a look inside of my mind. If I was drowning, you could push me further under for the false reality, for the thought to be true, for the illusion that felt so real, for the heart to open the eyes to it. It's all in your head. With apologies for what the feeling and what I feel. This is because I'm incapable of comprehending what to say to you. Too many times before, I left the opinion for the impact, for who I am, for the never again, for the manipulative ways, and I can find you how you control. I see the blood trickling down the floor for the words, and they were hard to ignore. But the why, but I knew it was true, for the everything would turn me cold. It belonged to this world. You make tricks with the string that belong in another, for the comfort over what you find that can't fix this, or the sadness behind the song. Play the game, but never the one to be too, for the change in myself, for the measure up to your expectation. I guess yes, this is the moments we share when everything else is falling apart, for the misplaced pieces, and you can find it used to beaten up and broken for the loving that's going to be burdened for the heart to work on that. The victim of the poisonous thoughts, this fine. What's thinking of the worst possibility outcomes? This is for the thoughts and those of that slither into your life. Take that, reciprocate for the give and give back. Hope you say. And eventually you're used to the pain for defense yourself and yourself. Really again, and never you can find a number at all, but stumbling over the which you fall. Handwritten letters for the special days and nights. The liberty for the you can find a distant calculator for the lens. The sounds of sound for yourself, a place of find a book on the shelf. This is full of shame, but a riddle with you die. Or is it in your eyes and it make me feel high enough to crush me with the lies and this is your conversations of better days. Sanctuary for the devotion for the hearts and another, for the loud the other, for the you can be the bitter one. Comfort and the vulnerability for the resting of the soul become bloody foam. And I only had to take my heart once more. Any more for the waiting of someone, for this should be the showing of the face of the truth. I often wonder if poetry for me or not, for just a piece before me, for the man I smash myself, for this is not deceived, the rhetorical question for the sweet memories of the with or without clothes, or comfort of the face of the understanding of the why, for the drifting across the skies like clouds, and this would be loud, you echo with the fading of the side. mirror, look at reflection, study each crevice, look at my thoughts, discuss it to the point, can't look away, wondering with the eyes that others see for the wonder of the views of this future, how you perceive, but not that, Lord forgive me. What is it that I've always felt the loss of this joy I was looking? And still I knew I was missing for the search for this woman I met. Behind the plexiglass of a mirror for the who looks almost identical to. I thought on forgiveness in the peaceful night of sleep, and I woke and laid to bed to find a while. No response and from the focus on the spiritual need. The peace of that easy and my gratitude for this to be profound thought for the racing through my mind. And I've been experiencing peace, and I admit for this is something great. The reason, the fate, the energy, the soul become a bowl, a fine. I always knew what I'd become for this, and not always. Can't rely upon others' validation and love for the negative energy to shape your purpose. The praising for the peace that never have been gained. For the first time you show the acknowledgement for the not alone. Selected for the energy for the you bring to the world, for the, what you make to cry now, for the heart and joy, for the gratitude, for the this is be the beautiful, and never the giving, never the be for yourself. And it all stands where you walk, in fact. What now would be the feeling? The grand way to say I love you. We're not apart for the miles for the fat, the waste of trying to bring me back for the love that passes. There's a shelter for the storm to be both fed. Feel before the rain for the hearts begin to steal. The heart yearns, trying, seeing the pain, empty, space, constant, strain. And do you want another? You can keep the look to the memories and never define what's lingering for the wounded thing. And I could be not a coward. Landscape curated perfectly. It was a while to wait for you, like a caterpillar for the polish and never the ignorant, the purpose and the abuse of your home when you find the living carelessly. Someone else at night, staring at the sky, listening to the quiet smile. You have the scars, landing and withering within your abundance of self, just to make sure the people, the quotes, and the hang on. Some days it would be the butterfly for the easy to bear, for the most days and now the Lord of grass. Rose the mind for the plant the seeds of the doubt in the mind, for the makes the overthinking, and at the time you can find the sabotaging of a crime, for the fertilizing rhythm more than the dime. Saying, fine, ready, and not to do this until the sweet play of the devil. In the middle of the night, the moon lit road. Often walk the chat with the shadows and never to find it more than equal, I suppose. Exhaustion that reminds me of the gaze and never to find it inside of your lips. This is a long since I find what's a bit adrenaline over the sweat. Daily affirmation for the favorite color to find you. Tracing of the paths of the petals of the shuffle beneath the bright lens of the sky. Loves you, everything. The grounds of the down to sing for this the rest of the world. For the use that for the morning. Untrained ears, this a flutter for the sounds of the chimes of the silence of those pretty part of the bride. Clean the table. Wipe your sleep out your eyes, stay. Place. You took a part of me for the disability I can't get it back. Turn me into what I was supposed to. Death consumes me. For the taking of my soul, will you love me? Of course, but the vexing death. This is stupid enough to think that never would change and stupid to believe. It's always after, always what it seems. They're always the truth is just another lie. The truth lies in the middle for the new. For the you were really a stranger for the unspoken words of the slay on the stone. Silence can still be heard, for these words cannot be said. Made of more of the past is made of more of it. Just more of the words, just the risk of the uncovering of the wound you can't heal. The loss of you that are buried me to the right. Spelled your name for the ashes of the lost soul. The land of the laws for the distant to find a place of the dark and the lonely, for the imprisoned in a place in the unreachable to others, and you can find the revealing of yourself and the scepter for the view, for the differently get disguised myself, for this wide room dreams, this mist of it. Taste of your love on the tongue, memories of the subtle hints of it. Rare piece like the moon for the distant the phase, it cannot go closer than now. The shadows of the hovering for the liberty for the illusion for now. Look at reflection. Study each crevice. Look at my thoughts. Discuss it to the point. Can't look away. Wondering with the eyes that others see, for the wonder of the views of this future, this how you perceive. Not that, Lord forgive me. What is it that I've always felt the loss of this sure I was looking? Still I knew I was missing for the search for this woman I met. Behind the plexiglass with mirror for the who looks almost identical to. I thought on forgiveness in the peaceful night of sleep, and I woke and laid.